Welcome to Bird Dogs Forever, the podcast, and I'm your host, Chris Haggeseth, and I'm welcoming you back, and we are going to Vermont. Today we're still in that wonderful fall color, and we're going to hunt with an Irish setter. Irish setters sometimes aren't known to be that good at bird dogs because they were so much on the bench. You're going to have a really hot Irish setter to watch, so come along, and I'll chat with you after we're halfway through the hunt.
Throughout recorded history, dogs have shared our lives and our work. For 10,000 years, dogs have been our companions. Our friends. More than mere tools, dogs have been our partners in work and play. Come join Dr. Christian Haggeseth, his wife Laurel, and their Labrador Retriever Jessie as they meet and hunt with a wide variety of bird hunting dogs and their masters in a place called Bird Dogs Forever.
When you have a difference of opinion, you have a horse race. Have difference of opinion about bird dogs, you've got multiple breeds of bird dogs. Today we're going to talk about a difference of opinion. The Irish setter, in many people's mind, unfortunately, has become the equivalent of the dumb blonde. But there's a whole strain of Irish setters, some people want to call them red setters, that have been reserved for hunting birds. Northeast Vermont, called the Northeast Kingdom. Francis Smith, our guide, Northeast Kingdom Outfitters. Our guest, Bill Mooney. JD is his lovely red Irish setter. Bill shares his home with his wife and 6 dogs, and I understand they even share the same bed. He's my kind of a guy. Let's see what we're going to run into today. Ruffed grouse, woodcock, beautiful fall colors, Vermont. What's our plan now? How are we going to hunt this ground?
Well, we're going to hunt some small pasture and an open logging road, and we're hunting a successive forest of poplar and birch and alder, and we'll move through the woods and have the dog in front of us, and as we go down through, it's a little creek bed, and it'll work out to a pasture, and we're hopefully looking for some nice grouse and woodcock, probably woodcock for sure.
Woodcock for sure, and then probably some grouse.
Probably some grouse.
Okay. I want to see what this beautiful dog does.
Okay.
Do you want me on your right or your left?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Then I will be on your right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Go get him, JD.
From the open green pasture, we crash our way through the thick edge of the forest. JD recently had puppies, so she is wearing a blaze orange protective covering on her chest. It also makes her much easier to see. Since it is early autumn, the leaves, while beautiful, offer camouflage for any flushing birds.
Right here's a little bit of splash, or what they call chalk, from a woodcock, and we look for that a lot in the early season, and it'll tell us if it's a local bird, if they're around in a heavy population. You'll see a lot of markings. In this moist type of environment. They like worms, and that's what their diet is, about 90%.
Exactly. Okay. We proceed through the heavy cover, waiting until JD's bell stops. She's on point.
Okay, you want me to flush it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I take the shot.
Good shot. Oh, JD's not going to fetch that one. It's sitting up in the tree.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be a shot. I guess camera up here. There it goes. JD, fetch.
It might have been sitting tight too.
That's all right, Stinky.
Ah, my cover comes through.
Good shot, Chris. Good shot.
Thank you, sir. Oh, is that a gorgeous bird?
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful bird.
my goodness, that's a beautiful bird. Oh, now you said on the feather you can tell whether it's a male or a female.
Well, they say the primary wings are the way to tell, and these first two wings look pretty good, so it looks like an older bird of maybe 2 years. And they also say the beak, of course, the length being wider than a dollar bill, means a female, and this invariably looks like a female to me.
Sure.
One of the ways that we could always tell if it's a flight bird or a bird from northern Quebec would be, as we open the bird up, we'll find very large fatty deposits on the top of its breast and bottom. And the bigger the fat, the more likely it was a northern bird, because birds here don't put on the fat in the essence that they do for their long journey.
Wow, how interesting.
Beautiful bird.
Wonderful bird.
Yes,
Thank
nice
you.
shot.
Thank you. I reload my 28 gauge, and then Francis and I walk down what is called a fourth-class road, one that is legal to hunt and shoot from.
Honorable road, whereas you can actually hunt off this road.
Okay.
Whereas in the rest of the state, anything that's third class or better, it's illegal to hunt 10 feet. You have to be 10 feet off the traveled portion of the road just to...
JD and Bill work in the deeper cover. JD is remarkable in how thoroughly she covers the ground. Her collar emits a hawk screech sound when she goes on point. These woodcocks are evolving into running birds.
There you go. Get it?
I miss the quickly departing woodcock.
Got it marked.
I got it marked too. Where we marked it down, I get a second chance.
There you go. Good shot, Chris.
Nice shot, Chris.
Thank you. For once I didn't have trees all the way.
That's right. That bird relocated about 25 feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bill has decided against force training JD to retrieve. He is content to pick up the bird where she puts it.
Good girl. You old bird dog. You're an old bird dog.
He believes force training her to retrieve may interfere with some of her steadiness on point. I love woodcock.
Oh, they're beautiful. You know, I do a thing with their tail feathers so that I can use a lot of the bird.
Yeah.
I straighten them out and put them in between the pages of a heavy book.
Sure.
And I leave them set there for a month or two, and then I'll put them in not saran wrap, but the like your credit card stuff, and make little bookmarks with them.
How nice.
And
How nice.
it's just a neat way to save, you know, parts of the bird. And I tie a ton of flies with their back wings.
Bill explains why he uses the collar that emits the hawk screech sound.
I think an important thing in grouse hunting is to confuse the bird, and having the hawk scream on the collar helps to do that. That bird may hear that hawk scream from 100 yards away. That dog is going to zigzag back and forth, and that bird is going to be somewhat confused, and if he's confused, you may get...
We continue on through the forest, and it's not long before JD points again.
Take it, Bill. Good shot, Bill. Way to go, Bill! Thank you.
That was really fun.
It was a
I was sitting over there, so if it had flown in either direction where you couldn't see it.
Well, we had it surrounded.
Yeah. Nice shot. Nice shot. Yeah. Beautiful point. Nice dog. Nice dog. Nice dog, Worth. Yeah.
During our stay in Vermont, we stayed at the Herman Smith Farm Inn. I took some time to speak with John Fletcher.
Hunting the Northeast Kingdom might be among the most gentlemanly types of hunting excursions one can take. What makes it so is the Herman Smith Farm Inn. I'm here with John Fletcher. John is the owner, manager, chief chef. I think you probably even take care of the rooms, don't you, John?
Oh yes, that, and electrician, bottle washer, plumber, you name it.
Sign maker.
Oh yes, yep. Yeah, actually my daughter's making us a new sign as we speak.
Tell me about your location here.
Well, it's the nice thing about here on the farm is it's very subdued, very relaxed, which is kind of our primary function here for the guests. A lot of people come here to get away, and that's exactly what happens.
And the food? Tell me about it.
Well, I call it semi-fine dining.
I will call it fine dining.
Okay. You know, we have appetizers that range from like Cajun shrimp to salmon cakes with brie and cheddar, roast duck. But we do for the hunters, in fact, you know, the people that come in, and if they have a good day out in the woods and they bag a few birds, they come in. As long as they field dress them, I'll certainly prepare them for them.
And you will prepare them for the evening meal?
Absolutely, love to do that.
Many hunters enjoy having their bird dogs with them. What provision do you make for that?
Not a problem. We're very pet friendly. We just ask people to use common sense. So they know the animals, so they know when it's got to go outside and when it's going to be fed. And other than just, you know, not ever leaving the animal alone in the room, we're all for it.
It's a beautiful place, John. You have provided a beautiful New England rural experience of the most gentlemanly type. And thanks for hosting us.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you that Irish setter was going to be a dandy? We thought when we did this hunt that we were going to really get into ruffed grouse, and bang, we found ourselves in the middle of the woodcock flight. And credit to my photographers, very hard to get those woodcock on tape, and we did okay. Be sure and drop by Bird Dogs Forever. We not only offer all the kennels available in the United States, we also make available all the places you might want to go bird hunting, from pretty high scale expensive to mom and pop operations. Just go pick your state. I'm Chris Haggeseth, and thanking you very much for being with me. Come back next week and we're going to keep on hunting in Vermont.